Today we're going to talk about how to approach a woman like a gentleman. And we're starting right now. Hey guys, if you're looking to improve your life and become an even better version of your badass sexy self, make sure to hit the subscribe button below, and in the comments section, tell me some things that you would like for me to cover. Gentlemen, raise your hand if this has ever happened to you. You're at a bar, or pub, or local coffee shop with your friends, and all of a sudden this beautiful woman comes walking in, and you just gotta talk to her. Haha, I know, right? Pretty hot. But instead of talking to her, you just sit back and you stare at her like a creep. It happens all too much. We psych ourselves out. We always think that the worst thing in the world is going to happen, but the worst thing that could happen is she says no, and really, who cares? So today, I'm going to give you 10 ways to set yourself apart from the rest of the men and become a welcoming breath of fresh air to the woman you're trying to talk to. A gentleman does not wait for the perfect time to approach. Yeah, he may see that she's in the middle of a conversation. She may be talking to friends, family. She may be on the phone. But as soon as he sees that conversation is done, as soon as she hangs the phone up, he's going to grab himself by the cojones. He's going to walk right on up there and he's going to go, hello. Maybe not like that, though. He's going to say hi. A gentleman reads body language. There is a whole lot of communication going on before even the first words are spoken. And by reading her body language, he can tell if she is in fact interested in him or not. Interested in him or not. If you catch her looking at you, it could show interest. Now, it's one thing, though. You may be by the bar or by the restroom. She may be looking around trying to find where the bathroom is at, and that's when you catch her looking at you. You catch her looking at you twice or 3 times, 4 times. Gentlemen, she is ready for you to man up and go talk to her. The worst that could happen is she says no to you. And gentlemen, that is not that big of a deal. If you're talking to a woman and she crosses her arms, done deal. That is a close equivalent of her shutting down the conversation and in turn, shutting you down as well. Bid her a fond farewell and be about your business. But if you're talking to her and she becomes really engaged, she's keeping eye contact. She's laughing at you. She's playing with her hair. She's fixing her clothes. And you, sir, are good to go. She's digging it. At this point, you can even start a little playful touching. The shoulder, the elbow, the side of her arm. Listen to this. Head and shoulder. Well, not the head. That would just be weird if you start playing with her head. Listen to me. Listen to me very well. Listen. Focus. Listen. Shoulders, elbows, side of the arms. Don't go any further in than the arms. If you go any further inside of the arms, any further down below, listen, yon. I got nothing to do with that. Also keep in mind that not everybody likes to be touched. So kind of gauge the situation and use your better judgment at this point. A gentleman does not go outside looking like shit. A gentleman is always well put together. He doesn't always wear a 3-piece suit and tie or slacks and a blazer, but when he walks out the door, he's always well maintained, he's always well groomed, and he's dressed for the occasion every time. Hey, listen, if she don't like me for me, then she don't deserve me. This is my style. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to dress how I want, and you ain't telling me nothing else different. If she don't like me for me, oh well. It's bullshit. Listen, no woman wants to be walking around with a man, regardless of the fact if she's married to him, if she's dating him, or if it's someone that's trying to court her, wants to be seen walking around in public with someone that acts like they don't care about their appearance. So it's all fine if you want to walk out like you don't have any sense, like you're not well groomed and well maintained. That's fine. You can do what you want to. But don't be surprised if you end up by yourself for quite some time. So ladies, let me talk to you for a second. If your man gets all dressed up, don't look at him like he's weird, like he's crazy, and ask him why he's so dressed up, what's the occasion, why is he looking so fresh and so clean? He's doing it for you. So take notice in it, compliment him, and enjoy a great evening, and be proud that you have a man that cares about what he looks like for himself as well as for you. Even if he may not match. Everyone's got their own sense of style. Some people like loud colors and stuff that clash. Hey, as long as they're well groomed and they look nice and they're presentable, just appreciate it. A gentleman keeps his sexual desires to himself. Oh my God, I can't believe some of these things have to be said. Listen, guys, it does not matter how banging her body is, how big her butt is, or how much her cleavage, her boobs may be falling out of the top. All those thoughts, all those desires that you have running through your body, through your head, listen, keep that stuff, just bring this stuff right here, just bring it in, keep it in, leave it here, fight it down, push it, all right? Just push it, fight it. let any of that come out, you're going to come off as a perv. You're going to come off as a creep. And she's going to know that you're just trying to get laid. And so just save that for another time. Way down, like way down another time. Keep it together. They don't talk about their ex-girlfriend. Another one that shouldn't have to be mentioned, but it's got to be mentioned. Just don't talk about her. If she does ask you about the ex-girlfriend, just keep it short and simple. Be like, hey, listen, she's a lovely lady, but things just didn't work out. We're not compatible, so we just decided to split ways. Keep it short, keep it simple. That's it. Now, a little bit later on down the road, when you guys get to really know each other, then you could tell her that she was the spawn of Satan. But for right now, for all intents and purposes, keep it simple. She was a lovely lady. Things didn't work out. We split up. That's it. That's all you got to say. That's all you should say. Just stop it there. Stop it. A gentleman does not brag about himself. Look, nobody cares how much your watch costs you. Nobody cares what kind of car you drive or what kind of woman you could really pull. Nobody cares to hear about it. What does really speak volumes, for example, later on down the road you went to pick her up on the first date and you rode up in a Rolls Royce Wraith. I live in Dubai, okay? That stuff happens. Hasn't happened to me, but it happens. But nobody cares about that kind of stuff. Your watch, don't go flaunting your watch in front of her face so she sees what kind of watch you have. If she does see it, that's cool. It happened organically, but don't flaunt it. I'm just gonna go over this. Excuse me real quick. I'm sorry. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, all right, I got the water. Thank you very much. So one more time, nobody cares about that kind of stuff. A gentleman doesn't brag, and a true gentleman knows that modesty is more attractive, and modesty is key. Let her discover out all this stuff on her own naturally, and it's going to have a much greater impact than it would if you flaunted it in front of her face. A gentleman maintains eye contact. Whenever a gentleman is talking to a lady, he keeps eye contact. It doesn't matter how much her cleavage may be on display or how much her chest may be popping out of her shirt or her dress. He keeps his eyes onto hers and focuses on the conversation. You may think you're being slick, but trust me, you're not, and she saw you. Now don't stare at her all intense like and not break eye contact. I mean, if something happens off to the side of your peripheral vision, you can break away, see what's going on, check out what's happening, but bring it back to her and keep your eyes focused onto her. What you're looking for is that low-key eye contact, which means you're maintaining eye contact with her. You're listening to what she's saying. You're not looking down at her chest. You see how obvious this is? But you're also kind of looking around and seeing what's going on around you, but you're making sure that she understands that you're paying attention to her and you're not focusing on what's going down below her chest or her neck. What's below her neck. Not only is it rude, but it's downright disrespectful. Because if you're just looking down at her chest and you're looking at her like she's a piece of meat, you're going to make her so uncomfortable. A gentleman doesn't forget to get them digits. If you mustered up all of the courage, you pushed all that anxiety and all that psychoanalyzing, if you pushed all that aside, you grabbed yourself by the cojones and you walked up and talked to her, if you walked off without her phone number, it's a waste of time. Now, depending on what your motive is, depending on what you're trying to prove, everyone loves a good conversation, everyone loves to socialize with people, but if you're approaching a woman because you want to try and get to know her, you gotta get her phone number before you leave. Gentlemen do not linger. The longer you stick around, the more chance you give yourself to say something stupid and really mess it up. Get in, get out. I don't know what that was. Approach the lady. Spark a conversation. Ask her how she's doing today. Comment her on her dress. Say something about the books that she may be reading. Spark a conversation, but talk about her. Now, if she asks you a question, answer the question and then spin the conversation back to talk about her. Leave yourself to be as much of a mystery as long as you can, because in doing so, you will accomplish two different things. The first one's going to tell her that you want to find out as much as you can about her, and you're not very interested in talking about yourself very much, as a lot of men out there are. And number two, she's going to be more prone to give you her phone number because she wants to find out more about you. So just to be clear, you are completely off limits unless she asks you a question about yourself. That's pretty simple. And the last one, gentlemen understand that you do not need some slick pickup line to approach a woman and start conversation. All you need to do is muster up some courage, walk over there to her, and be yourself. Be confident in the fact that you're a badass man, and every woman would be lucky to have a gentleman like you in her life. And it's true. And just from the fact that you are watching these videos and you're trying to improve yourself and you're trying to improve the way you interact with the world, just goes to show that you are trying to better yourself. And what this world needs is more gentlemen in it. Muster up the courage, walk straight up there to her and say hi. Excuse me, my name is Terry, and I just saw you from across the room, and I had to come talk to you. Don't say it all shy and bashful, but don't say it all arrogant and conceited either. There's a fine, healthy balance between the two, and that is exactly where you will find yourself. Just do it. Just be yourself. If you put up a faked act, eventually she's going to see right through it, and eventually she's going to see how fake you are. So go right on up to her, and right out the gate, show her how awesome you are. Gentlemen, I promise you, if you follow these 10 tips, that lady is going to be absolutely blown away. There are far too often approached by men who are only wanting to get laid, who only want to treat them like a piece of meat. And those men make men like us look bad. So walk right up to her, extend your hand, and show her what it is a gentleman has to offer. Gentlemen, and any ladies that find yourself at this point, I would love to hear what you've got to say in the comment section below. If you have any other points on the proper way to approach a lady, drop your suggestions down in the comments below. Give me a big hearty thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next week, gentlemen, keep it G.